welcome to Barre with Mary. It is week 2 of our spring reset. Today is all about glutes and hamstrings. I am so excited. It's gonna be a really fun one. So if you have a resistance loop, snag it now. This is a heavy loop. I think a medium would also be pretty successful. You don't want to go too light though, especially for glutes. Go on the heavier side. If you don't have a resistance loop, totally fine. This is still going to be challenging, 100%. So jump in, join me, take your loop to the side and lay back on your back. Feet are going to plant in line with your sits bones, but walk them a few inches in front of your knees so that when you lift up into a bridge, you're not pressing too much weight into the front of the knee joints. Send the arms up and then really soften the arm bones down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to tip your pubic bone towards your belly button. Now from there, push through your heels and roll up one vertebrae at a time, coming into a bridge, not worrying about going crazy high. Ribs are softened, in and down. Abdominals are engaged, and you're really trying to stay neutral through the low back here. So if that means you need to bring your seat lower, do that. Squeeze the glutes. Push through the heels, inhale. As you exhale, first thing you want to do is let the rib cage roll down, then the low back, and then the seat releases. Inhale. Exhale, push through the heels, tip the pubic bone and gently roll yourself up. Inhale at the top, squeezing the glutes. Exhale, rib cage down, low back rolls and glutes. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Inhale. Exhale, reverse it down. Last time, inhale. Exhale, push through the heels, tip the pubic bone and roll it up. Hold at the top, inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Inhale, sweep them all the way back down to rest next to your hips. Inhale, they come up overhead. Exhale, they sweep back down. So you're staying really strong here through the glutes and through the abdominals. So as your arms float overhead, be sure that the rib cage is not flaring open. So maybe use your exhale to really hug your front low ribs in and down. Glutes are still squeezing, and you're pushing through your heels. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Sorry if I switched the breathing pattern on you. As long as you're breathing, I don't care what direction you're doing it in. Hold this one down, let your palms rotate up to the ceiling, and just let your chest be nice and wide and open. Push through the heels, inhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the seat a little higher. Exhale, roll it down. Hug the knees to the chest. Whew. Take the hands to the top of the knees and just take a few gentle circles here, opening up the hips. Reverse those circles. And then hug your left knee into your chest. Let the right foot fall to the floor. Just bring the hands behind the left thigh and take some kicks and bends with that left leg. Now your left leg might come all the way straight. It may come nowhere near straight. That's totally fine. I'm not really looking for you to get a big, deep hamstring stretch here. We're just looking to get a little bit of length for the back of the leg and a little bit of activation. Yes. Now I want you to hold that leg as straight as you can get it for right now. Don't force anything. And just circle the left ankle around. Reverse your circle. Inhale. Exhale, fold that left knee in. Left foot to the floor, right thigh hugs in. Hands behind that right thigh. And again, those little kick and bends. So this doesn't need to look like mine. It doesn't need to look fancy. Realistically, this is something I feel like I see my 4-year-old do all the time. So whatever feels good, right? Like take that moment. Maybe it doesn't look cool, but who cares? Let it feel really good. I don't know, I think my 4-year-old looks cool doing this. Hold that extension as straight as you feels good for you today and circle the right ankle around. Reverse that circle. Inhale. Exhale, hug the knee into the chest. Both feet down, roll over your favorite shoulder to come onto the belly. Tent the fingertips a little bit outside of the mat here. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Now on this inhale, I want you to snake your way all the way up, as high as it feels good for you. And then exhale, roll yourself back down. Just like that. Again, nothing too precise here, right? Just letting yourself get a little bit of articulation for the spine, a little bit of opening for the chest and the belly. 2 more, inhale up. Exhale down. Now this time I want you to hold the up as high as it feels right for you today. Inhale. Exhale, just go ahead and plant your hands and twist your left shoulder in toward the midline. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the right shoulder. And continue side to side just like that. Getting a little bit of opening across the chest. A little bit of rotation. Last time. Inhale your way back to center. Exhale, bring it down. If you're using a loop, go ahead and grab that. You're going to take it around your right leg. Now stick with me here. You're going to hook it around the ball of your right foot, and then you're going to bring it up to hook around the top of your right thigh. So you got obviously a forced bend now, right? So this right leg is going to be bent for our whole hamstring and glute series, hence the hamstring work. Roll yourself back to your belly once you find that alignment. Now you have a couple choices here. You are more than welcome to stack palm on palm and rest your forehead down for this entire series. I'm gonna stay lifted so that you can hear me. It is gonna add some extra upper body work, especially upper back work. So if you want that, go ahead and take your arms to a goalpost position and press down with your pubic bone. Now push all 5 toes of the left foot down into your mat and squeeze your left quadricep. Beautiful. Now from there, inhale, reach the heart forward, even if your forehead is down. And exhale, lift your belly up towards your spine. So you're really long through the low back. Challenge yourself to maintain that length as you lift your right thigh bone up an inch, tap it down. Go lift and tap. It's squeeze and tap. Now at any point, if you want to change position to stack your hands and lower your forehead, feel free to do that, okay? That's what this reset is all about. It's about really coming back to yourself, to your body, and trying not to be too critical of it. Because every day our bodies are different. And if you're able to kind of tap into what you need today, then you're going to be stronger. Even if it's not physically, but although I think it will be, absolutely mentally and emotionally. You have 4 more. Go 4. I think it'll also be physically stronger. Go 2. Now I want you to hold the right thigh bone off the mat, even if it's a 1/4 of an inch up. You've got this. From there, just go a little press, little lift, little squeeze, little squeeze. Now as you lift the right thigh bone up, just a 1/4 of an inch even, higher. You're pressing into the band if you have it. If you don't have the band, you're imagining leaving a footprint up on the ceiling. Now, as you start to get fatigued in this right glute and the right hamstring, you're going to lose your engagement for your left leg. So continue to press down through the toenails of the left foot. Continue to press down through the pubic bone and feel the ribs hugging in and up. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. You're going to hold that lift. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to keep the shape of your leg, but I want you to externally rotate. So you turn your right knee out to the right, and your right heel comes towards your left hip. Inhale, rotate back to parallel. Exhale, externally rotate. Inhale, parallel. Exhale, turn it out. So in this position, your external rotation is probably going to be pretty small. Mine is incredibly small here. That's okay. At any point, if it feels like it's too much, I would slow it down and really focus on keeping your pelvis stable and square and just rotating the thigh bone in and out. 2 more, go in and out. Last one, rotate parallel. Now I want you to hold that external rotation no matter how small it is And once again, go a little press, little lift, little up, little up. At any point, if you need to stack your hands, stack your hands. Things will change. We're gonna roll onto our left side and come into a Clam Series in 8. Let's go. It's 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that lift. Inhale. Exhale, roll onto your left side, lining yourself up with the back edge of your mat. Now bend your knees, and today you're gonna take them into a 90-degree shape. So knees are gonna be in line with the hips, and then feet are in line with the knees. You can rest your head down on your bicep, or if you prefer to prop yourself up, you're welcome to do that too. Top right hip is gonna stack directly over bottom left. Take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to feel the left side of your waist pulling up and off of your mat. So you're really active through the whole stabilizing side body. Beautiful. Inhale, float that right leg up. Exhale, squeeze it down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, squeeze. Yes. Now, as you lift this right leg, I don't want you to lift it so high that your top right hip falls open to the ceiling. So I like to take my right hand and really hold my hip in place here. If nothing else, it's a nice tactile cue, a nice reminder to keep my pelvis stable. It's 4. And squeeze. It's 3. My hamstrings are on fire. I hope yours are too. Now I want you to hold that lift up. Yes, big inhale. Exhale. From here, just little lifts. Go a little up, little press, little squeeze. So now you're really starting to get into that outer right glute. And this whole time, your hamstring is staying fired up because you've got the bend in the knee. Yes, 8 more lifts. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that lift. Rotate your right knee down to point toward your left. So your right heel lifts up to the ceiling. Come back to parallel. Now reverse that. Rotate your right heel down towards your left. Right knee lifts up to the ceiling. Come back to parallel. Beautiful, just like that. Internal rotation, parallel, external rotation. Now just straight internal to external. Go internal, external, in and out. Go in and out, or slow it down. In and out, your call. Whatever you need today. So you'll notice I'm not tapping my knees together, and I'm not tapping my heels together, right? I'm allowing my right leg to stay lifted, so I'm still really working into that outer right glute. Internal rotation, external rotation. Yes, go 4. Soften through the shoulders, soften through the face. You got this. 2 more, internal, external. Last one. Now I want you to rotate that internal position so the right knee is pointing in towards the left, and little press up to the ceiling. Go little press, little squeeze, little squeeze. Yes. A lot of heat should be building here into that outer right glute. Yes. As you press up towards the ceiling, really push through the heel and continue to find softness anywhere else that you can. The shoulders, the face, the fingers. You have 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Inhale, hold that lift. Exhale, come back to that parallel position, but don't drop your leg. Pull that right knee into the chest as you inhale. As you exhale, I want you to press the right foot back, bringing the right knee in line with the right hip. Inhale, sweep it forward. Exhale, sweep back. Now, if you find that you're kind of wobbly through the body, really check in that you're not letting the rib cage flare open as you take that right thigh bone back. It might help to tent the right fingertips into the mat like a little kickstand. Now I'm going to challenge you to go slower here than you want to, and I'm going to challenge you to keep your leg higher than you want it to be. Yes, because we're almost there. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, press it back. You have 2 more that look like that. Inhale, pull it in. Lift that thigh bone up as you exhale, press it back. Last one. You're gonna hold that press back. You're gonna pull your heel in toward your seat. Little kicks, go, little kick, little pull, little squeeze, little squeeze, little squeeze. Now I want you to lift that right thigh bone a little higher, and then I want you to check in that you're not arching through the low back or flaring open through the ribs. One variation is on deck, and then you have a hold. Then you'll be done with the right side glute. Go 8, 7. Final variation on deck in 4, 3. I want you to hold the heel, pull, and just lift, little up, little squeeze, little lift, up and up. Now, if you're able to pull your heel a little closer in towards your glute, you're gonna get even more heat building in these right side hamstrings. Go 16, 15. You can close your eyes, go inside. Feel the left obliques lifting. Go 8, 7. Hold is on deck. In 4, 3, 2. Hold that lift. Pull the heel in as you inhale. As you exhale, I want you to lift the right thigh bone higher and press it back 2 more inches. 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Hug that right knee in. Take the band off if you had it. And lay back on your back for a moment, hugging your knees into your chest. Whew. Now, obviously, you're going to feel quite imbalanced here. But take a moment and just notice that, right? Notice how fatigued your right side is and how fresh and ready your left side is. At least tell yourself that, right? Big inhale. Big exhale. Roll yourself onto your belly. Actually, first, put the band around your left foot if you're using the band. And hook it up at the top of the left shin. I'm sorry, the left thigh. That's what that body part's called. Now roll yourself onto your belly. Again, feel free to stack your palms and rest your forehead on that. If you can remember, stack the opposite palm on top this time. I'm going to stay lifted so that you can hear me without being all muffled. You're welcome to join me if you would like with these goalpost position arms. Push down through all 5 toenails on the right foot and squeeze the right quadricep. Now inhale, push your pubic bone down into the mat. And as you exhale, draw the rib cage in and up. So you're really trying to find length and as much neutral spine as you can. From here, lift the left leg 1 inch off the mat and tap the left knee down. It's squeeze and lift. It's tap and lower. So you're gonna barely see my leg moving. At least that's what it feels like. Obviously, I can't see my leg right now. But it feels like it's barely moving. But I feel so activated here as I squeeze the glute lift, lower it down. So it doesn't have to be big to be effective, right? Soften the shoulders. Feel the heart drawing forward. And then continue to find, as you squeeze the left glute and lift the left leg up, that you're pushing the pubic bone down in opposition. So that it's not the low back arching that lifts the leg, but the glute squeezing. Yes. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. You have 2 more. Go squeeze and lift. Go lower it down. Now you're going to squeeze, you're going to lift and hold. Even just 1/4 of an inch off the mat. Go a little press, little up, little up. So you're stamping your foot up towards the ceiling, really actively flexing the foot, and keeping the right toenails pushing down into the mat. So you're staying really active through the whole supporting side of the body, even though it's fatigued. You take it, little press, little press. If you need to bring your heart down closer to the mat to feel more successful here, go for it. It's 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold the lift, inhale. On your exhale, externally rotate your left thigh bone. So turn your left leg out. Left hip does not open, but left knee comes outside of the hip line, and left heel rotates in towards the right hip. You inhale, rotate back to parallel. Exhale, externally rotate, turn the leg out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. So the thigh bone is rotating in the socket here. You rotate it in, and you rotate it out. Keeping the leg bent and the heel pressing up to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, hold that external rotation, push down through the right toenails, push down through the pubic bone, big inhale. Exhale, left leg goes little lift, little press, so that turned out leg, even if it's just slightly turned out, lifts up. 16, 15. You're rolling onto your right side. We're coming into that clam series. 8 more go. 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold the lift, inhale. Exhale, right arm extends, roll over onto your right side. Pull the knees up to be in line with the hips, and then stack the heels in line with the knees. Left hip stacks directly over right. And again, if you prefer to be propped up, by all means do that. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, squeeze it closed. Inhale, lift. And exhale, squeeze. So as you lift your left leg, again, be sure that your left hip is not rolling back, opening yourself up towards the ceiling. So my hips are stacked and my shoulders are stacked. Take a moment and bring your attention to your right side obliques. Use your next exhale to really lift the obliques up. So your supporting side is active and working to help stabilize you. It's squeeze to left and squeeze to lower. Go lift it up and squeeze it down. You're doing amazing. This is not easy. You're doing so awesome. You have 4. Lower. You have 3. 2 more. Soften the shoulders. Soften the face. Now hold this one up. Big inhale. Exhale. Go a little lift, little press, little squeeze, little squeeze. So left outer glute and the left hamstring are getting a ton of attention here. Go a little up, little up. So I like to think about my left inner thigh lifting. So I stay really high here. Just lift up and up. Try not even to think about the down. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that up. Inhale. Exhale, internal rotation. So left knee points down toward right knee and left heel lifts up to the ceiling. Inhale, back to that parallel position. Exhale, reverse it. Left heel points down, left knee opens up. You'll notice the pelvis is not changing shape. Inhale, parallel. Exhale, internal. Inhale, parallel. Now we're going to take out that pause in the middle and just go internal and external. Turn it in, turn it out. So your femur bone, your thigh bone, is what's moving here, not your hips. So you can always anchor your left hip with your left hand and continue to really focus on lifting up to the right side obliques. Beautiful. 4. Thighs stay lifted. Yes. So we're not tapping the knees here. Yes. Last one. Rotate to that internal rotation. Left knee points down. Start to stay at the ceiling. Go a little lift, little up, little up. Even if your internal rotation is really small, it does not matter. As long as you have a slight orientation of the left femur bone rotating inward, you're going to feel this really working into the outer left glute. Yes. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Inhale, back to parallel. As you exhale, lift the left thigh a little higher. Now, without changing the shape of your pelvis, inhale, pull the left knee to the chest. As you exhale, keep the ribs hugging in. Press that left leg back so the left knee comes in line with the left hip. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, press it back. Now, I'm going to encourage you to go slowly here and to really focus on not letting the low back arch as you press your left leg back behind you. So use your exhale, draw your abdominals in, and then try to stay lifted higher than you want to with this left leg. If you want, the left fingertips can come down like a little kickstand. I find that that really helps me keep my left leg lifted. 4, 3. You got this. 2. Woo, I am burning. Last one. You hold that back and just pull the left heel in towards the seat. Let's go. Little pull, little squeeze, little squeeze. Now you could make this easy by dropping your left leg here. But instead, you're almost there. You have one final variation and a hold. So could you lift this left inner thigh just a little bit higher? Yes, you're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. You're gonna hold the heel, pull in of the heel and just lift little up, little lift, little squeeze, little squeeze. It's a hold on deck for this left glute. We'll finish with some center line bridging work. Nothing crazy, I promise. Just to get you back to center. You have 8 to a hold, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that lift, inhale. Exhale, pull the left heel into the seat and then lift the whole left leg as high as you can get it. Right side obliques lift up. Ribs hug in. You're here for 4, lift higher. 3, 2. Oh, hug your knees to your chest. Take the resistance loop off if you are using it. Ooh, and just give yourself a moment here to check in. I'm hoping you feel equally fatigued on both cheeks and both hamstrings now. We're gonna get back to center with a really short set of bridge. Plant the feet. Heels again are in line with the sits bones. Maybe walk your toes a few inches forward. Arms can just relax at your side. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, push through the heels. Tip the pubic bone to the belly button and roll up, not crazy high, just enough to really feel your glutes engage and just go little up, little lift, little squeeze, yes. Now in this pretty basic position and this pretty basic variation, take a minute and really check in. You can walk your feet closer to you or farther away from you and find the position that feels most comfortable on your knees and most challenging on your glutes and hamstrings. Now, if you really want this to be hamstring focused, I want you to push down through your heels more, and then imagine trying to drag the mat back towards your glutes. So you're really firing up the backside of the legs, yes. Now notice here, as you lift the glutes, are you arching the low back? If you're not quite sure, maybe play with bringing your seat a little lower, and then see if you feel more activation in your glutes from there. Because realistically, who cares how high your seat is when it's supposed to be a glute exercise? I just want you to find where you feel the deepest engagement. You have 8 more lifts. Go. 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. You're going to hold that lift. As an option, send the fingertips up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Exhale, soften the shoulders down, really opening up across the chest. Now push through your heels. Squeeze your glutes and lift just a little higher. One more time, push through your heels, squeeze through your glutes without arching your back. Lift your seat a little higher. Last time, push through your heels, squeeze both glutes, soften the ribs, exhale, lift a little bit higher, and hold it here. 8, 7. How could you get a little deeper? How could you challenge yourself a little more? It's 4. Yes, it's 3. It's here for 2. Tap the seat down, hug the knees in. Oh, you made it. Rock side to side. Letting your low back release. And when you feel ready, cross your right ankle over your left thigh for a figure 4 stretch. Now your left foot can absolutely be down on the mat here. This might be plenty of stretch for you. If you feel a little more open in your hips, you can slide both hands back behind the left thigh bone. And then I like to find a little movement here. I like to rock side to side. You can circle through the left ankle. But really check in with yourself, right? Maybe stillness is what your body's calling for today. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Lower your left foot to the mat if it's not already there. Hug your right knee in and extend it up to the ceiling. As we did in your warm-up, but this time just hold it as long and as straight as it feels right for you. If you want to walk your hands up and pull the leg closer toward you, you're more than welcome to do that. You know, for me, I've really noticed that sometimes I think I do that more out of ego than it feeling good. Now, that may not at all be true for you, but maybe just take a second and check in. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Fold that right knee in, right foot to the mat, left ankle crosses over, figure four. Right here's a great place to be. Or if you have that little bit of extra openness, go ahead and float the legs up and catch a hold of the back of your right thigh. Again, stillness or movement, whichever you prefer. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Right foot lowers to the mat if it's not already there. And left leg extends up to the ceiling as straight as it feels good for you in order to get a stretch in the backside of your left hamstring. Again, if you want to walk your hands up, you're welcome to do that. If you want to stay low, that's great. Just be sure to avoid the knee joint. You don't ever really want to yank on a joint like that. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Fold the left leg in. Find your way up to a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you today. Join me for a big breath in. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, let them fall back down. Amazing work today. I'm having so much fun with this spring reset. I hope that you're enjoying it. As always, questions about anything, you have some feedback, I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Awesome job.